What's up, beautiful soul family? I'm really excited to talk about this topic because it's so important and it's going to help you so much to be able to... pause for a moment. And this video is going to be miraculous because it's going to help you break so many unconscious fears and patterns of yours so you can continue to manifest a reality that you love, okay? What's up, family? I'm going to post in the comments what the video is about. Okay, how unconscious fears manifest into your reality. Okay, and I'm going to show you how to break these patterns of manifesting fears that end up coming true in reality. And I'm going to use examples from life, like just living our life, being in relationships, and I'm also going to use examples in business for my coaches out here, entrepreneurs out here, influencers. Okay, what's up? Okay, so if you're new to this space, hello, thank you for being here. I'm Hannah Love. I'm your master healer, psychic, and business coach, and I help influencers, celebs, coaches master their own healing and psychic abilities so they can impact the masses at the highest level of unconditional love and light, okay? So let's talk about how our unconscious fears manifest into our reality. And what inspired to talk about this is because I've had clients who've been trying to basically heal their relationships and manifest soulmates. Okay, so I had a client who was very fearful of being cheated on. That's one of her biggest fears, was being cheated on within a relationship. And so while trying to manifest a relationship from the past, like this is before she went into coaching with me. She's like, Hannah, I had this horrible fear of being cheated on because it happened to me, when I was younger, and I ended up getting into this relationship with this person, and I kept fearing over and over and over again that this person may cheat on me. And guess what? It happened. Of course. And she's like, it happened. I knew it was going to happen. And I was like, did you know that was going to happen, though? Because you kept telling yourself it was going to happen? And you made an assumption? And because your subconscious, since it doesn't know the difference between what is real and what is not, what it's going to do is, if you believe that something is true, or if you obsess over a fear that something may happen over and over and over again, if you tell your subconscious something consistently, it doesn't know the difference between what is real and what is not, what is going to happen, like in her case, it's going to create somebody in your life where if you have this obsessive fear of, oh, this person may cheat on me, this person may cheat on me, or if I get in a relationship, I'm going to be cheated on, then you may manifest somebody into your life that does cheat on you, or the fear becomes so entangled within your relationship, you may end up pushing that person away because of jealousy may come out, or questioning, like, well, where were you last night? Or who are you texting? It becomes like this obsessive fear, and you can push potential mates away, or you can attract people into your life that, in fact, reiterate the fact that the fear, the unconscious fear that you had of being cheated on, so then you may be cheated on. So how can this also show up in business? So if we have this consistent fear of, what if you may talk to a client and they might be super excited to sign on with you and to work with you, and then they're like, okay, I'm all in, etc., etc. And then they're like, okay, but I'm not going to be able to get a payment until next Friday. So then you set up a date to reconnect with this person, and next Friday, and then you end up connecting with them But before you connect with them the next Friday, the date that you decided to reconnect with this person to be able to take a payment so you guys can work together, you are having this consistent fear of, what if they don't pay? What if they can't afford it? What if they don't do this? What if they don't do that? What if, what if I'm not able to work with them? If you consistently have a fear that's constantly coming up and you're feeding into the fear over and over and over again, it can manifest into your reality. And it happens more often than not, is from the fears and the things and the traumas and the experiences we had from the past, we repeat into the future. We make assumptions and we're like, oh, I knew that person was going to cheat on me, or I knew that this client wasn't going to pay, or I knew that I would launch this coaching program and no one would buy my service. And you knew that, you made an assumption because of what happened to you from the past. So how do you break those patterns? By asking yourself, why is this fear coming up? What does this fear stem from, and what is it teaching me? Because you can actually become friends with your fears. If you become friends with your fears, you can conquer and overcome anything with ease, joy, and glory, and see it as a fear and not something that can hinder you, stop you, or manifest into your future reality. So if you have a fear comes up, instead of, repressing it or obsessing over it, like, oh my God, what if this doesn't happen? What if I don't make the monthly income that I desire? What if I don't hit my goals? What if this person doesn't like me? What if I'm not accepted by this person? What if I don't find a soulmate? What if this? What if that? Instead of asking, what if this doesn't work out? Ask, how can it work? How can I trust? How can I make the fear my friend? Because the only reason why we manifest anything into our reality, the only reason why we have fear or doubt, is because it's teaching us something. So I want you to ask yourself, what is this fear doing here? Why am I feeling the fear? What is it teaching me? Oh, maybe it's teaching me how to trust. Maybe it's teaching me discernment. Maybe it's teaching me that I'm the creator of my own reality and that I can discern upon what is the truth and what is illusion. So fear teaches us so many things. It teaches us how to be powerful. It teaches us awareness, self-awareness. It teaches us that we don't have to recreate the past into the now or into the future. So we're constantly manifesting everything, right? We're manifesting the experiences we have. We're manifesting friends, lovers, clients. We're manifesting money. We manifest everything into our reality because we're learning and mastering certain lessons and certain virtues. So instead of looking at unconscious fears as something that is negative or bad or scary, looking at it as, okay, cool, there's a fear here. What is the emotion that's coming along with this fear? Maybe it's anxiety. Okay, and so what is the fear doing here? What is it trying to communicate to me? Because when we have an emotion or when we have a fear that comes up, it's because our body doesn't feel safe. Our subconscious doesn't feel safe, and it just wants to feel safe, and it wants to be acknowledged. It wants to be heard. It wants to be seen. And normally, when we have fears that come up, hello, what's up? It's because of things that happened to us from the past. Or they could be patterns that our ancestors or our past, that we have experienced from our past lives, or that our parents have experienced, that we have taken on within this life, and then in this now reality that we're projecting into the future reality because of, oh, well, I saw this happen to my mom, so it may happen to me. And so if we have these unconscious fears that we're constantly feeding into, that, oh, because that happened to this person, or this happened to me when I was 5, or this happened to me years ago, we make an assumption that it'll happen again in the now reality or in the future. Hey, what's up? What up, family? But instead of being like, and making an assumption that because something happened in the past means that it has to happen in the future, instead of making an assumption, we can look at it as, okay, cool, is this the divine truth? Is this fear just teaching me how to own my power and how to change my reality? Or is it teaching me how to understand myself more? What is it teaching you? What is the fear teaching you? How is it helping you in some way? And you can even release yourself from the obligation of needing to experience fear in order to know the truth, and in order to trust in yourself, and in order to trust in the divine. So when it comes to being in relationships, when it comes to business, and your fears resurface, ask yourself, hey, why are you here? What is this doing? What is it teaching me? And how can I embody my divine truth and my highest truth so I can create a reality that I enjoy and that I love and that I can thrive in and that I can prosper in. This is how you break karmic and generational curses and patterns, by recognizing the limited beliefs, by recognizing the fears and asking them, why are you here? Why do you exist? What are you teaching me? Instead of looking at it as something that's bad or negative or, oh, I have to repress you, you have to go away. Looking at it, acknowledging it, and seeing fear as like a little kid that just wants to be seen and heard, and being like, okay, cool. Why are you here? What are you teaching me? Thank you for being here. And I love you unconditionally, and I forgive you, but I'm moving on now, and I'm choosing to embody the highest truth. That everything's always working out for me, that there's always a divine master plan, that the creator always has something better in store for me, best case scenario. If something doesn't quote unquote work out how we expect it to, it's because it's teaching us how to release expectations and expect the best. Because sometimes we expect things that are mediocre. We expect things to happen that are not as good as we deserve. And so the universe is like, no, I want you to expect miracles. I want you to expect the best. So I'm going to fucking give you the best. So, faith over fear. Yes! Amen! Thank you. Hell yes. Faith over fear. And that's another thing. What does fear teach us? Faith. Teaches us trust. It teaches us confidence, how to be confident in ourselves. I don't know any successful entrepreneur or leader who hasn't had fear, or who hasn't had doubt, or who hasn't had anxiety. But instead of looking at those fears and the doubts and the anxieties as something bad, we look at it as something as, okay, how can I use this to allow me to grow and to succeed, and to use these fears and these doubts to share my story, to empower other people that, hey, no matter what emotion or fear you're experiencing, you can use that to your ability to impact other people at the highest level. And you can choose trust and faith and confidence in yourself over fear and over recreating the past again and again and again. We are so powerful. We're such powerful beings, and we get to create our own reality every single day, in the now and in the future. Yeah, that's what I have to share today, guys. So if you have fears or doubts coming up, just ask them, hey, why are you here? What are you teaching me? And what is the divine truth? And your subconscious has to answer. That's just how it works. So when you ask your mind, your subconscious questions, it has to answer. So if you have a fear that comes up, say, how can I transcend this fear into trust, into faith, into truth? And what truth can I embody and choose to embody now so I can move forward and so I can continue to create, relationships, to continue to create a business, to continue to create awesome clients, to continue to create wealth on all levels for myself, through the creator's perspective and definition, through infinite sources of income and abundance and joy and happiness and prosperity. So that's what I have to share today, guys. I think it's what? I know I lost count, but I'm doing the 85-day live challenge. I think this is like 36 days, 37 days, something like that. But, alright guys, enjoy the rest of your day. And remember, make fear your fucking friend.